Benchu, you put Johnny Depp on the stand. It's always a high-risk strategy. It worked for you. If you were representing Sean Diddy Combs, would you put him up?
Well, we put Johnny up because he was telling the truth. So that was a very easy decision to make.
A hush settles over the marble walls of Manhattan's Southern District Courthouse, the same hall where mob bosses once learned their fate. Now, every eye locks on Sean Diddy Combs, gray threading his beard, wrists cuffed, posture still defiantly upright. The stakes, nothing less than the rest of his life. How did the genius who turned block party bravado into a billion-dollar empire land here, jaw clenched behind a defense table?
FBI analyst to break down that now infamous 2016 video of Combs and his then girlfriend Cassie Ventura in the hallway of a Los Angeles hotel. We will also likely hear from a male escort, and then we are expected to learn more.
Buckle up. This saga spirals through secret freak-offs, encrypted chats, fist-tight NDAs, and a star-studded witness list. Each twist is wilder than the last, and the story isn't over yet. But before we enter today's courtroom firefight, you need to see the charge sheet that cracked Diddy's empire like a champagne glass. 5 federal charges and the opening firestorm, May 12, 2025. Judge Marian Ortega bangs the gavel, and prosecutor Emily Johnson fires off her opening salvo. Racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, transporting individuals for illegal acts, witness tampering, firearms violation. Maximum penalty? Life.
And we have more breaking news. Opening statements are underway in the Sean Diddy Combs trafficking trial. Prosecutors claim Combs ran a criminal enterprise with his trusted inner circle and committed crime after crime for 20 years.
15-year mandatory minimum on trafficking alone. Johnson calls Combs CEO of a corporate slick criminal enterprise, weaving music royalties with fear and hush money. Defense star Mark Agnifilo answers that the mogul is imperfect, not criminal, simply living large in consensual kink. 12 jurors plus 6 alternates absorb every word like a beat drop. Yet no indictment wounded his brand more than a silent, grainy hallway video. And the woman who once walked beside him. The Cassie Catalyst, Los Angeles, 2016.
Witness just testified in the sex trafficking trial of Sean Diddy Combs. R&B singer and his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura took the stand today. Now, we have to warn you, the details in this case are very difficult to hear.
Hotel security footage captures Combs kicking singer Cassie Ventura and hurling a vase. The tape slept in a locked vault until cable news blasted it worldwide in November 2024. Within hours, Cassie sued. Within 24, they settled. But that settlement opened floodgates. Federal agents raided Combs' Miami and Holmby Hills estates, bagging hard drives and handwritten NDAs. On day 2, Cassie testifies, control was everything. Her voice is level, but jurors lean forward. Diddy stares at the table, jaw working.
His attire in court is very different. He looks almost like a college professor. His hair has turned gray. He's been in custody at the federal jail in Brooklyn, and he is not wearing clothes that you would expect a recording artist to wear.
Those freak-offs Cassie described, they've been whispered about for years until witnesses started naming dates, places, bruises. Inside the freak-offs, former protégés recall invitation-only soirees at mansions from Star Island to the Hollywood Hills. Phones surrendered, designer pills glittering in crystal bowls, a private medic on standby with IV drips to keep the vibe alive. Ex-bad boy rapper Chopper says he once opened a closet stacked floor to ceiling with industrial-grade toys. Bodyguard Roger Bonds admits shoving a guest into an SUV when she tried to bolt at dawn.
So now, what they do, they already got the witnesses, they already got the people, because let me just say something. With the sex trafficking thing, it only takes one witness to convince the jury.
Prosecutors project muted footage of a woman stumbling through strobe lights while Combs laughs off camera. Several jurors gasp. One dabs her eyes. The prosecution warns, the worst is yet to screen. Still, none of it matters without 12 unbiased citizens, so seating a jury turned into a circus. Voir dire mayhem and the Ben Chew. Curveball day 3. 167 potential jurors file in. 49 get booted on site. One works at HBO. They aired a Diddy doc. Another tweeted, "Lock him up."
I love entertaining people. I love watching people have a good time. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the concerts when everybody has a camera up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah, well, that's all of them now.
At my concerts, you dance all night. You can't even get to your phone. You so much in the...
The rest face a blizzard of yes/no questions. Have you streamed the Cassie video? Do you binge celebrity podcasts? Can you stomach graphic evidence? Mid-process, Judge Ortega summons Ben Chew, the lawyer credited with Johnny Depp's defamation win, to advise on discrimination challenges. Rumor says Combs' camp fumes. They fear Chew signals a judge ready to hammer dirty tactics. By Friday, the panel is set. 7 women, 5 men, ages 29 to 71. Anonymous to the world, yet destined to learn every lurid detail. Quick pause. If you crave real-time updates on every bombshell this trial drops, smash subscribe right now and ring the bell, because when the courtroom breaks, we're breaking it faster. The Fed's digital smoking gun.
From Sean Combs' ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. She walked into the courtroom today in a very tight brown dress that shows off her very late stage pregnancy. This is actually something that the defense was hoping not to have happen. They felt that the jury seeing her pregnant might make her seem more sympathetic.
Remember those raids? Agents hauled off 37 computers, 112 hard drives, and a walk-in safe. Forensics cracked encrypted signal backups labeled FV_events. Messages reveal charter jet manifests, party budgets, code words, peaches for ecstasy, snowflakes for white powder. One spreadsheet lists buyouts to disgruntled guests, from $5,000 to $250,000. Prosecutors call it textbook RICO: recruit, transport, coerce, cover-up. An IRS auditor maps money from Combs Global Marketing LLC through shell companies paying appearance fees to women who never modeled or recorded music.
He had the burden of proof, and frankly, we couldn't have stopped him even if we wanted to, but we didn't want to. Telling the truth as he did over several days. If you're not telling the truth, skilled attorneys on the other side are going to puncture that. I believe in that system.
But Team Diddy isn't folding. They're rolling out a consent narrative and banking on charisma. The defense gambit. Agnifalo's first witness is a London photographer who swears the parties were excessive but voluntary, showing blurred Instagram stories of smiling guests. The defense concedes the Cassie clip is atrocious, yet frames it as a mutually toxic, drug-clouded relationship. They float selective prosecution. Why Diddy, not every celebrity party host? Whispers swirl that Combs might take the stand. A gamble Ben Chew calls, betting your freedom on star power. If he does, he'll have to explain leaked chats instructing staff to keep her sweet or keep her quiet. While lawyers spar inside, the cultural fallout outside spreads faster than a viral beat. Brands, radio, and the hip-hop civil war hours after indictment. Cyrock freezes ads. Revolt TV pulls Diddy-fronted shows but can't oust his majority stake. Spotify scraps his face from rap playlists. New York's Hot 97 stops spinning bad boy classics in prime time. Some artists tweet #FreeDiddy, others donate to survivor funds. Royalty managers weigh clawbacks if assets are forfeited. Meanwhile, streams of old Diddy videos spike. Controversy sells, even as sponsors sprint. Industry observers compare it to the R. Kelly implosion, only with billionaire collateral. Beyond brand damage, the legal implications could rewrite the playbook for celebrity nightlife. What a conviction or acquittal means guilty on racketeering and trafficking triggers asset forfeiture. Song catalogs, liquor stakes, Harlem brownstone, even some publishing rights, feeding a victim restitution pool. Prosecutors hint at targeting the full $900 million net worth. Acquittal still leaves 8 paused civil suits. Depositions restart the moment he walks free. Legal scholars say this case could set a template for entertainment industry RICO prosecutions, much like Atlanta's YSL saga, but amplified. Hip-hop's power map is already warping, and the witness list waiting in the wings could tilt that map even further.
A key witness in the Diddy trial has gone missing. This is super concerning because she is crucial for the case against one of the biggest names in music.
Star witnesses, waiting in the wings. Victim 1. a model who says she was 19 on her first private jet ride to a Combs mansion, a former marketing VP who managed NDAs and allegedly shredded footage, 2 ex-Bad Boy producers claiming studio sessions doubled as recruitment, a celebrity dermatologist ready to authenticate photos of bite marks, bruises, and IV scars, an accountant who tracked $2 million in consulting fees through a Cayman entity. Each could be dynamite. The defense will hammer credibility, money, fame, hunger, plea deals, but one solid testimony might crumble the empire. Yet no account of Sean Combs is complete without the soaring rise that made his potential fall so seismic. From Harlem Hustle to billion-dollar Bad Boy Rewind to 1993, a 23-year-old Sean Puffy Combs, fresh fired from Uptown Records, gambles everything to launch Bad Boy. Within 2 years, Ready to Die crowns Biggie Smalls, Mary J. Blige crosses from soul to hip-hop royalty, and Puffy's remix Blueprint rewrites radio. After Biggie's tragic 1997 death, Puffy spins grief into the global smash, I'll Be Missing You. Clothing lines, fragrance deals, and Ciroc vodka stack fortune on Fame. Forbes names him hip-hop's first billionaire in 2019. Yet behind velvet ropes, ironclad NDAs guard stories whispered about IV bags, mystery pills, and power unchecked. Stories now sworn under oath. But the courtroom drama isn't just about one man's downfall. It's about power, consent, and the culture that cheered excess. The power of the NDA entertainment NDAs once shielded stars from loose lips. In the Combs universe, ex-assistants describe signing silence forever clauses under threat of career ruin. Some contracts barred even therapists from hearing details. Legal experts testify NDAs can't block crime reporting, yet intimidation works.
This morning, the highly anticipated criminal trial of Sean Diddy Combs is getting underway. The music mogul himself expected to be inside a Manhattan courtroom as jury selection begins.
Decades passed before one plaintiff spoke out. Prosecutors argue this contractual chokehold proves pattern and intent. Meanwhile, social media magnifies every courtroom breath into a war of hashtags. Media frenzy and hashtag warfare court sketches trend on TikTok. A single raised eyebrow from Diddy spawns reaction memes. Commentators battle, I'd believe victims versus Bad Boy forever. Influencers live stream outside, pitting cancel culture overreach against survivor justice. The noise threatens juror impartiality. Judge Ortega issues daily reminders to avoid media, but bailiffs catch one alternate scrolling headlines. He's dismissed, reminding everyone the digital age can vaporize neutrality. Inside, psychological chess unfolds as lawyers probe juror biases. Jury box mind games. Defense consultants profile ideal jurors. Younger, pop culture savvy, less rattled by graphic content. Prosecutors hunt empathetic listeners, especially those wary of celebrity privilege. Voir dire questions dig for subconscious leanings. Do you follow influencer drama? Have you partied in Miami clubs? One juror admits having been assaulted as a teen and is excused. Another confesses admiration for Diddy's early philanthropy, but promises neutrality, surviving the cut. Every seat holds a potential verdict swing, yet the deepest stakes belong to those whose stories are finally being told. Life after the freak-offs, survivors rode ahead. Some alleged victims underwent inpatient trauma therapy, others lost careers after refusing hush money. Advocates explain complex PTSD from luxury captivity, trapped not by chains, but by fame and fear. If Diddy is convicted, restitution funds could finance long-term counseling and security. If he walks free, civil suits remain their path to closure. Either way, testifying on a national stage reshapes their identities from whispered rumors to public truth-tellers.
He was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years. He's been covered and protected.
And just when you think the docket is full, 2 more bombshells hover. The music industry on notice and potential new indictments. Insiders whisper investigators have opened parallel inquiries into other executives who attended freak-offs. A sealed witness list reportedly includes a Grammy-winning R&B star and a former network president. If those probes ripen, Diddy's trial becomes the opening act of a larger reckoning. Think number me too, but in clubs pulsing past 3 a.m. All threads now converge on one looming question. What happens when the mogul himself takes the stand? Will Diddy testify? Legal pundits are split. Some say star testimony humanized Johnny Depp. Others warn the tightrope above a perjury pit is thinner for a criminal defendant. Combs is famously charismatic. Remember the can't stop, won't stop grin? But cross-examination could weaponize every boast, lyric, or late-night tweet. Agnifilo reportedly told confidants, if we can't sway them with evidence, maybe with honesty. Decision day is near, and so is the verdict. Conclusion: call forward. 12 jurors will soon decide whether the man who once declared, "bad boy for life," spends his own life behind bars. Will they view him as a visionary mogul targeted by overzealous prosecutors, or as architect of a decades-long exploitation ring? Either outcome redraws hip-hop's landscape: brands, radio, festivals, even the language of NDAs. The gavel poised over this trial could echo far beyond one courtroom, into studios, boardrooms, and every VIP lounge where power goes unchecked. Final reminder: if you found this deep dive eye-opening, hit subscribe now, share with your crew, and ring that bell, because when the verdict drops, we'll be here breaking every beat of the aftermath. Stay tuned, the next chapter could shake the very foundation of music itself.